Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. We're going to do a vertical live test today. So this is one of the blackberry bushes. I decided I was going to come out here and walk a little bit. My doctor is wanting me to walk 7,000 steps a day. And I'm getting closer to walking 3,000 steps. So I need to get out here early in the mornings and just walk. So I thought this would be an ideal time to do a vertical live. Now, my video may be shaky. We're going to stop and look at this wildflower. Anybody know where is it? It's here somewhere. There it is. What this flower is. Let me know in the comments. And this blackberry is needing some help. The heat has been really, really bad. We have had triple digit temps for about 2 weeks now. So I'm pretty much stuck in the house during the day. I can't get out really and do much gardening. We got a few blackberries there. This Virginia creeper is everywhere I look. We have honeybees working. You see that little bee? That is a type of plantain. I was reading online. That's a type of plantain. Very beneficial, healthy for you. There's another blackberry bush. I don't want to disturb the bees. I want to leave them to do their thing. So I'm being very careful where I'm stepping right now. My husband hasn't mowed because he's been working on our well. It went down Sunday. It's been leaking probably for a month now. We just figured out what it was that was causing our utility bill to jump. And he went out to spray the garden one day and our water kept cutting off. Look at all the bees, y'all. I am absolutely loving this. I'm so happy that my neighbor and our park are raising honeybees. They're protecting our bees by creating a safe place for them. And I have a blackberry bush there, needs to be weeded out. So they are absolutely loving that wild plantain. I don't remember the name of it. They are just everywhere. Where's the little bees? There's a little bee. Hey, little bees. I have to spray myself with peppermint spray when I come outside because the bugs are just terrorizing me this year. Absolutely terrorizing me. So the peppermint is extract, and I use a spray bottle. And it's safe to use on your pets. Wasn't expecting all this activity out here this morning. There's one right below me. They are just busy, busy, busy. So I'm being very, very careful while I'm stepping. I wanted to come out and check the blackberries. I haven't been picking a lot of the blackberries. I've allowed our birds to kind of enjoy them this year. I think I got 3 of them off some of my vines. There's another blackberry there. Some kind of tree growing on our fence line. Those 2 humps back there are burn piles that we need to take care of. I'm going to turn around and walk back, but first I want to show you this little flower. I love wildflowers, y'all. There's another little yellow. It's yellow, y'all. Little wildflower there. Y'all let me know in the comments if you know the names of those wildflowers. I do have coreopsis that grows in my yard. Looky there, y'all. It grows wild, and I keep saying I'm going to come out and grab some seed from them or replant in my flower beds because I love coreopsis. I think it's a beautiful flower. So here's another view of our yard. We've got an acre and a half here, and it's a lot to take care of. I'm not going to lie to you. We went from a third of an acre to 1.5 acres. Third of an acre in the city. We used to live in Memphis, and there's our yard birds, y'all. They are digging in the ground, getting those early morning worms. There's the ducks and some of our chickens. We get over here to our back garden. We haven't been able to get out here and water the garden for 3 days. So when we do turn our water on, of course our well is leaking, so we don't leave it on for long periods of time, but we are getting enough water to get us through the day, taking care of our birds. Let's go out here and look. I want to go to the garden, but I want to come back here. We keep a pool. Usually we have both of these filled for the ducks and the chickens. They love it. There is our turkey poult, and we've got the old hen house opened up. The chickens are out roaming the yard. We've got an adult chicken over in there with the little baby chicks. I don't know how she got in there, but she probably flew over the fence. And we're going to go over here to the garden area and take a look. I have no idea how many steps I'm getting in, folks, but I am absolutely loving it out here this morning before the heat hits. Let's come out here and look. Let's see what we've got growing in the garden. There's one of the cantaloupe plants, and I've got some buds on that. This one has got a flower on it. It's got some flowers. This is a pumpkin. I believe this is pie pumpkin. So we planted these back here so they could spread and do whatever they want to do. And I've got some buds on that. I've got some watermelon. These are sugar baby watermelons. And let me look at this. I do believe we're going to have flowers. So they're starting to bud out. The fire rings have been planted with seed. We have not been able to water them. So I'm hoping tonight we can water the back half of our garden. We're going to have to alternate until we get that well fixed. Here is another one of those pumpkins. And it is loaded in there with some buds starting to form. Here's another fire ring that we planted. And there is another cantaloupe. Some of the beans did not come up. We also have corn. I've got to get out here one morning and just pull weeds from around my corn and my beans so that they can grow. But they're getting high enough now, I think, that we may not have to worry too much longer about that. But the beans are really taking off, the ones that did grow. I did come out here and replant, and I'm disappointed some of the areas did not take this year, but that's okay. We're just going to keep trying. I came out here the other day and added soil. My husband and I added soil to the fire rings to try to build them up because we really didn't have enough soil in them to plant. We want them to have plenty of soil to grow in. These are the banana peppers. I'm not seeing any of the garlic coming up. I'm going to have to move the blue eucalyptus. It is a tree. So I'm going to have to put that into a container. But it smells so wonderful. I've got some rosemary in there. Other herbs I believe I planted in this bed. And again with the grass is just taking over everything out here. But we do have some basil in there. There's some beans coming up. These are black-eyed peas underneath the trellis here. Some of my cucumber came up, some of it did not come up. I've got some little tiny miniature bouquet hot peppers. They're starting to come out. So we've got something out here eating on my plants a little bit. These are the ones that were first to be planted. They're doing really well. And this bed has French thyme, sage. I believe I planted some more calendula in the middle, or I'm not sure if that's what it was, but I think that's what it was. And my tansy, my basil's doing good. These tomatoes are doing good, except for that one plant. And I'm just going to, hopefully the bugs keep eating on that one and it won't bother the rest of them. I haven't found any hornworms, but I'm assuming that's what the damage was there. It could have been a rabbit though. And we've got to get out here and do a little weed eating at this end. What did I plant in the middle of this? Labels are so important in the garden, y'all. That's a tea tree. So that's tea tree, another tansy, sage, and St. John's wort. This trellis is doing really well. I've got to get out here again and do a little weeding around my beans, but I've got, these are the purple pied Louisiana pole beans, and some of them are starting to pole up. I'm happy about that. I've got some squash. 2 squash came up and 2 did not. So we're just going to leave it at that. I've got squash over here and it's doing really well. I need to bring some string out here and tie my tomato up, but I'm just going to put it through the trellis right now to kind of hold it in place. These are the Abe Lincoln tomatoes, and my marigolds are blooming. So happy to see them bloom. I'm going to get this one on the trellis as well. Good time to just kind of stick it through the trellis. I don't like walking in high grass, y'all. Snake season is here. So I always just kind of tap my stick. If there's anything in there, they'll move. I throw banana peels out here. This is another bean patch. They're all doing very, very well. I did add some more seed out here. These are the provider beans and some royal burgundy beans. I've got basil companion planted with this as well. Y'all, I'm going to top this one. I've got basil in the house drying, so it's a good time for me to top it while I'm out here. I need to go back and check my other ones. So you top the middle one and then they start sprouting out on the sides. That's what you want it to do. This tomato is Mountain Fresh, and it is not an heirloom. This is one of those hybrid tomatoes. I wouldn't call it bioengineered, but it is a hybrid. And I've got little flowers on my beans down here, so that's a good sign. I planted all kinds of stuff down on this end. These are sunflowers. And it doesn't look like many of the other seeds came up, but I do have some calendula down here. So that's calendula, I do believe. And then, again, I've got to get out here and weed, but I do have some okra growing. And my husband's got to get over here and take care of the menagerie on this side. So this is one part of our garden. Yeah, we actually have a garden this year. I'm so excited. We've had such bad luck with gardening in this new place that we bought 11 years ago. So I'm going to walk back up this way. Try to get through all this stuff before we get out of here. Oh, I should have walked through so y'all could do this with me. Woo, fun, 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 fun. Let me get over on the other side. Oh, I was going to look at the basil. It looks okay. So here's the other one with the streamers. Yay! We have a lot of bird activity in our yard now. I think the wild birds are starting to come back, which is a good sign. We've had a few years where you didn't see a lot of birds in the sky, and we are seeing them now. And my husband wanted me to pick up a pair of scissors out here. I'm glad I remembered, because there they are. Nothing like trying to fill your hands up and film at the same time. So we're coming out of this garden area. I'm going to move y'all along to the front area. Remember, I'm trying to get in 1,000 steps. We're going to see what my counter says towards the end of this video, or this live stream. Looky, there, chickens. There's Mr. Roo. We lost our other rooster. Don't know what happened to him. We're thinking it was the heat. So the birds are all happy. I think we have, my husband counted and he said we had about 90 or so chickens total. So we've got a good amount of chickens. We try to keep them at 100 in the spring, and then the older ones die off, and by the end of the year we have new hens laying. So we also have this lovely weed right there blooming. Y'all know what that is? Let me know. And it looks like I got some sassafras right up against the house. We're going to have to try to take that out. And this is ornamental parsley, and that is lamb's quarters. Let me get out of here. Let me show you Mr. Owl. There's Mr. Owl. I gotta close the gate, y'all. Set my scissors down and my piece of basil. So I've got lamb's quarters over here. My lilies there are dying back. My sedum has not done well this year. I do have some more flowers coming up though. I'm not sure if that's a weed or if that's a flower. I threw all kinds of seeds out, so we'll have to see. More of that Virginia creeper, y'all. The hostas are in bloom. I've got another one of those lemon eucalyptus I've got to get planted, and I'm going to move this out of the way so I can show you that beautiful lily. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. That's wild lettuce there. Not sure what that plant is. And the sedum, like I said, is just not doing good this year. The mint is doing absolutely fabulous though. It loves this weather. I've got another lily over here that is in full bloom. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness. And my Sweet Williams from Mr. Williams' yard came back this year, and they're doing very, very well. I think they would have done better if I had planted them in the sun, but they're doing very well here. So I've got other flowers. Something got a hold of one of my lilies and broke it. I don't know what happened, if it was the wind that came through or what. But it is what it is. It'll come back next year. I still have some marigolds in my baskets if I need to plant them anywhere else. This is the front garden, y'all. I mean, the vines are just absolutely loaded with tomatoes. So James, that commented on one of my shorts, looky here at the tomatoes. Lots and lots and lots of tomatoes. So I have big tomatoes and I have Roma tomatoes. These are either the pink or the purple heirloom tomatoes, and they're starting to produce. And then I've got more tomatoes back here. And yes, there's weeds growing in with my tomatoes now, y'all. It has been too hot. Let me get out of this area. And I mean, the vines are so heavy, it's tilting my cages. Look at the tomatoes, y'all. Unbelievable. Those aromas. Okay. This is my rhubarb down in here. And I haven't picked any this year. I'm going to let it go for a year and then pick them. And here is my pimento peppers. They're starting to bloom. I've got peppers, bell peppers out here that probably need to be picked now. My cabbages are bouncing back. I've got dill that needs to be harvested. I've got garlic, elephant garlic growing. And y'all, when it was so hot out here, I came out and let me enlarge this. I filled an old glass Coke bottle with water, dug a little hole and planted it in there, and the two plants beside it bounced back. So I may be doing more of that until we can get our water back on. But we have beautiful bell peppers. I'm excited to have bell peppers. I may walk out to the other garden area, I don't know. We will be harvesting the red potatoes this weekend. This is sweet potatoes, and my husband filled up these two sweet potatoes with more soil. My turmeric is doing wonderful. The tansy's doing beautiful. So this garden area is doing really, really well. I've got more bees out here working, y'all. I'm going to try to not disturb them too much. We've got strawberries still hanging on. And we have, let's see if I can get in there. Y'all, pardon me while my camera adjusts. I'm going to have to go around to the other side. Okay. We are at the zucchini patch. Y'all, I can't get the leaves out of the way. There's a zucchini in there. A huge zucchini. I'm trying to keep it on the vine. That's a zucchini, y'all. Let me go back over here and look at this. That looked kind of strange on top of that zucchini. Okay, that's where the bloom was at. The bloom came off. Sunflowers are blooming. They're almost as tall as I am. This is the watermelon radishes. Y'all look, huge watermelon radishes. They're going to be harvested soon. I'm going to try to wait until they start to go to seed and then pull them. This is the beets. The beets are dying back, so I don't know how much we're going to get out of it. I'm hoping we've got a few in here that are big. I'm really surprised. I've never grown beets before, but they seem to be doing okay. This is the Dr. White's yellow tomatoes. I got to get out here and tie them up because they are blossoming. Got blossoms. Got a little bird poo. And this is my Peter pepper bed with marigolds, basil, elephant garlic, and cilantro planted as companion plants. More manure there. Y'all, pardon me as I pivot. And I need to bring my screen back down a little bit so you can see the scarecrow. Walk down this way. My lilies, my double bloom lilies are blooming. Y'all, beautiful lilies. It's an established bed that was here when we moved. I've started moving my irises over here, hoping they'll come back next year. I'm pivoting again. We're going to walk out this way. This is the shady part of my yard, the morning shade. It's cooler out here. It's actually 10 degrees cooler in the shade. Y'all believe that? And Rosa Sharons are blooming, y'all. I'm not going to show you all of them, but they are blooming. I'm not going to go through all of the stuff over in this garden area. Y'all know what I've got planted, and I'm going to be probably pulling up some of this because it's not producing. We're going to have to rework some stuff, but that's okay. I'm going to walk up this way and try to get the sun behind me so y'all can see our other sunflower patch. So we got a field area of sunflowers. Beautiful, beautiful sunflowers. I'm going to walk towards the house. We're going to check our steps. So I've walked 195 steps out here this morning. That's pretty good for a start. I've got a long way to go. Thank you for watching, my friends. But before I want to go, I want to mention some open collaborations that I have to do with gardening, and some of them that are for prizes. One is closed, but it's for prizes, and that is the Grow Big 24, hosted by Grow Big TV. Gail Southern Living has the Garden Tour Club, which has a monthly giveaway. Y'all don't want to miss out. You want to make sure you're commenting on all the videos. Some great prizes out there. Weird Container Growing 24, which is also hosted by Gail Southern Living. Store to Garden Grow, which is hosted by Lou Ann's Kitchen and Blackberry Rock Homestead. And the Scarecrow 24, hosted by me, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. The Scarecrow 24 will have a giveaway for those that are collaborators and for commenters, so you want to make sure you get in on that one as well. Thank you, my friends, for watching, and may you be fully blessed.